All right.
This thing is, it's just kind of nasty. I'm gonna be It's good to see you again. Thanks for stopping in, Junks Automotive. We're gonna fix that. It just looks cruddy. It looks cruddy. It's been de-rusted and painted, and it's still, the spring's pretty weak. It's too easy. The hood doesn't pop up. It just kind of goes. Had to put shims underneath it. You'll see. Let's get into it. Welcome back. So here's what we got. Let me show you this really close. Lock nut. This pin is threaded, and I've got it to the very end of the where I could put the lock nut on it, because you don't want this loosening up and plink, hood opening up, and that wouldn't be cool. And I don't know the difference, because is this one different? Is the pin shorter? Is it because that thing's been wrecked? I don't know. So we're going to do a better job of this. Okay. I found another striker for the hood latch assembly, and it's in a whole lot better shape for one thing. I could use this pin, but before I found this, I bought this. Brand new. And a new spring. So you see the difference with the spring? Look at that spring. A little tougher. This one's half rusted away, and there's not much tension left to it. Be a pain in the butt to get the hood open, especially with the grill on the thing. You can't put your hand in there and push it up. But here's also the other problem. Like I said, I had to use these between the hood and there with the mounting hardware to get it to latch right. But I think I have a trick. But yet, I'm gonna paint this stuff first. Well, this thing first. Then I'll throw it in front of the fire-breathing dragon that's over there on the floor behind me to get the paint dry, because it's like 30 degrees in here. Got that painted up a little bit. I screwed this in just to keep paint from the threads and all that happy stuff. But here's my idea. It goes like this to the back, points to the back of the car, this flat spot. We got this. We got our little cup, got him painted up. That goes in there. You also notice, you like how small that is compared to that? Lets that latch go a little bit farther and gives a little bit more to catch. I kind of like that idea. But here's what I was thinking. Here's our new spring. And it would usually go thread through there with the lock nut right here, where you can't get to it unless you take this off. Kind of silly. Also, I noticed it has a cut in the tip of it, whereas the factory ones don't. They have it on the other end where you can't get to it. Seems kind of dumb. But let's do this. Since I need extra length anyway, because it needs to be longer because of what it is, let's put Mr. Lock Nut inside the spring on the other side of the bracket. If I can get it going in there. Let's try that. There we go. So then, if I can hold my mouth right, this will go here, this will go here. Then I can adjust it to where I want, and I can still stick a wrench in there and tighten it up. So that's going to have to be tighter than that, but something sort of like this. So all I want to do is get the same length as that this is to what this was And I've already put it on there backwards. It goes like this, Mr. Dummy. There we go. As I was saying, I'll get the same length as this, that this is with the washers in place. So it needs to be quite a bit farther up in there. That way I get more travel out of my threads and I can still use a lock nut to keep it from loosening up. And I can get to the lock nut and adjust it here without taking the whole thing off. As I was saying, I believe my battery died. Line this up with my Sharpie mark real good. And this is going to be the same depth as this with the washers on the back. No washers on the back, I'll line it up with this area right here. And it looks like that's right about that. So then I will, there's guitar picks and everything around here. Go ahead and tighten up my lock nut. Maybe. Oh, help provide the right size wrench. There we go. There we go. So there's a difference. You'll be able to see this is just a little bit longer. Well, barely. Let me mount it on there. Once I get it mounted on there, just wiki woo, how far this puppy pops. Oh yeah. Guy's got to be able to get his fingers in there. Yep, that works for me. Now, if you remember the whole back of the hood situation, let's see if we can do something with that just real quick. It's getting cold and it's getting late. Let's get to work. Took the hinge mounts off the hood, got a rag to protect my painter things, you know. Just took it off. Remember I had to put rubber weather strip back here to push this side of the hood up. And I had washers in here to start with, but let's go with something a little bit thicker and maybe nicer and level it off. Then if I want to put a piece of weather strip back there just to make it look better, it'll look better without actually pushing the hood up and then pushing the other side of the hood up, because that was my problem. It was whacked out. Here's what I got. Took a piece of masking tape. You have to trust me. Hole there, hole here, and the door striker shims that we didn't use. We've got a couple of them, and it's going to have to be thicker than that. So I'll use this just to drill a couple holes. I'll probably round them out just a little bit. Made a new pattern. It'll look a lot nicer and different material. Piece of aluminum. It's aluminum washer, I believe, from a boat transom, bolting the motor on, you know, so it doesn't rust. But I think that's a little bit thicker too. So let's try that. Let me cut that out. I gotta drill my 3 holes, make it fit, clean it up. I want to fit underneath that hinge just right, so I could paint the edges of it black and you'll never really be able to tell it's in there. At least real super obvious. It's a little close here, but that's okay. What do you think of that? It's a little high now, but that's okay. We can fix that. I can make the shim just a little bit thinner, and actually I need longer bolts because I can only get 1 bolt started and tightened up, so it's probably going to pull it down just a little bit once I get the bolts in it. Hey, sure glad you guys popped in. Midweek, little bit of repair or something. Dan, like I keep saying, if it was easy, everybody'd do it, right? Peace. We'll see you next time. Thanks for coming back. Junks Automotive.